Good evening, Princess. From the not-so-mean streets of Brickell, I'm on my way to dinner, place just a couple blocks away, called Moxies. I think it's a Canadian establishment. Recommendation from, well, a recommendation from the universe. Let's call it that. It is about time. Yeah, I'm getting pretty hungry after my lovely day at the pool back at the Elements Brickell. So I have not looked at the menu. I will have to do that very, very quickly so as not to delay the evening's festivities. But yeah, oh boy, chaos abounds. No problems getting a table, a 4-top for 1. Here's the menu. All right, I'm gonna take a quick look at this. Yes, I'm gonna try and make a choice as fast as possible. So I should be ready within the hour or 2 or 3. This is a cucumber cobbler. It is double cross vodka, Midori lime, Taiku cucumber sake, Lieber and Company fiery ginger and mint. I love cucumber martinis. This is something special. The cucumber cobbler is very tasty, not very cucumbery, but the spicy ginger is very, very present and something I appreciate. I do wish the cucumber was a bit more present, I suppose, but with all the ingredients, I can see how it gets lost. It's not like a real cucumber martini where it's literally just cucumbers and vodka. So, yes, if you're spice adverse, again, maybe not for you, but I do very much appreciate that. These are maple glazed Brussels sprouts with pancetta bacon, Misa maple glaze, and toasted almonds. The maple glazed Brussels sprouts were very, very good. Prepared technically perfectly. The Brussels sprouts are cooked just the right way. They have that nice firm bite to them, but the outer edges have that nice burned, almost crisp to them, which is how it's supposed to be done. That was great, except I will say that it's kind of like a Trudeau and Trump situation where the maple flavor is a little bit too soft and weak to really compare with the, or compete with the intenseness of the Brussels sprouts. They made it work, but this is still clearly, again, like with President Trump and Justin Trudeau, a Brussels sprout dish with maple kind of along for the ride and, well, you know, knowing its place. For dinner, we are having the Chipotle mango chicken with a sweet and smoky dry rub, lemon quinoa, seasonal vegetables, avocado, and salsa fresca. I don't know if it was the best decision, but I certainly do not regret the Chipotle mango chicken. It was very, very delicious and presented very, very well. I am seated, well, not at the end, but I think the kitchen is right around the corner, so I've been seeing all of the dishes come out, and they are all presented very, very well. So, yes, the chef has done a great job of making sure the appearance of the food matches the quality, and that was absolutely fantastic. It is not very spicy, so if you are spice averse, this might be worth a try, even though it does have Chipotle in the name, but everything about it was great. The ingredients were top-notch at every level. The avocado on top was very, very high quality. That kind of made the dish. It's one of those things where if that was bad, it would have ruined everything, but no, it definitely did not. Highly, highly recommend. So I don't know, there was another choice. Maybe that would have been better, but I definitely do not regret what I got. So anyway, the big buzz around, I guess, the cruise community, and remember, this is not a cruising channel, by the way, is the fight aboard Carnival Magic. And I'll mention it only because I did sail on Carnival Magic, I guess, 3 years ago now. A beautiful ship. I don't think she's been in a significant dry dock, but either way, I had a great, great time. And of course, when something like this happens, people start talking about more security and everything, and I don't know, I think security on cruise ships is just fine. Granted, I have never witnessed anything like this. Almost. I did tell you about when I was aboard Adventure of the Seas. I think it was Adventure of the Seas, or maybe it was Explorer of the Seas. There was an almost incident that was handled very, very well by security. So maybe go back and watch all of those videos just to catch where I explained this. And since then, before then, I felt fine. I think there's the right amount of security aboard a cruise ship. And the question is, okay, people say we should have more. Well, how much more? How much more security do we need until it becomes almost a prison ship, right? That's the question. And the fact that family and guests and, you know, closer people had to get involved, well, that happens all the time. You know, I'm sure, you know, friends break up bar fights, you know, the bouncers might be involved, but it's not just them. Go to a theme park. It's the family that breaks up the fights. So, I don't know. I'm perfectly fine with the way, you know, security and safety is handled aboard the cruise ships. And, yeah, I mean, I don't think anybody else really have a problem with it either. All right. They just put the dessert menu in front of me, so that is what I need to study now. Yes, that took all of 2 seconds to decide. It's as if the nonsense never happened. Perfectly normal, everyone living their lives. Time to send the CDC to prison and get cruising back to normal as well. This is the key lime pie. This, as are all the desserts here at Moxie's, made in-house, as informed to me by my lovely server aunt. So I am looking forward to enjoying this to the maximum. There really was no other choice. Sorry for the shadows. That was a superb key lime pie. The custard portion was very light, that nice hint of the key lime flavor with the nice condensed milk undertones, very smooth and supple. It was served on what appears to be a hand-pressed graham cracker crust. Yes, a hand-pressed graham cracker crust. That's not that hard to say, whatever. So extra points for that. And topping it off was a house-made whipped cream with just a smidge of key lime in it. So I think it was ever so slightly curdled, which created a very nice, unique texture, which I found very enjoyable, actually. So that was a great presentation and a great key lime pie. So I would definitely recommend this. And yes, graham cracker crust. That is the only way to make key lime pie. All right, hand pressed, no doubt. Wow, that was a very, very delicious dinner at Moxie's, somewhere back there. I am on my way back to my hotel because I think this is it for the evening. It is approaching my bedtime and I just want to go and relax in that nice, giant, comfy hotel bed. And, well, you know what? Before we go, I will say, you know, why did I choose a staycation here in Brickell, of all places, over a beach or something like that? And part of it was I wanted to get back out into kind of a cityscape. I've not been in an environment like this since I stopped working in New York like 4 or 5 years ago. And since then, I realized I have been living in a very nice, safe, and comfortable bubble. Yes, you know, the palace is well secluded from many nasty things. We are, yeah, very tucked away quite comfortably where we are. And what else have I been doing? I've been living in, well, Celebration, Florida, the most curated, family-friendly community on the planet, spending a lot of time in theme parks, yes, behind the wall of security and procedure they have there, as well as the cruise lines, which are pretty much the same thing, behind a nice wall of comfortable safety and security. So I wanted to get back out into what is presumably a real world and experience this a little bit in preparation for, I don't know, going some other places. Like I do have to go to New York later this year, unfortunately, but only for, well, a couple of hours. Yes, we will try and limit our time. And while, no, I'm not saying that this is by any means preparing me for, well, why am I even saying this? I'm never going to San Francisco. I'm never going to Chicago. I'm barely going to New York. So, you know what? I will take my nice, curated, safe downtown Brickell over any of those places. Wait, so does this count? Either way, if it does, it doesn't matter. It's been quite an evening. Looking forward to some rest, and since I'm gonna have to come up with something since everything went so well, I will just go with that. And maybe this did not prepare me for the wild, wild west that will be New York or other big Democrat, well, you know what holes. Maybe I should be very thankful for that problem.